Greetings. It is the fabulous Keita J on the Keita J Reveal Show today. Ooh, that rhyme, y'all. That rhymes. Yes, I got to get in my spirit. I'm telling you. Woo! I've been doing so much around here, voiceovers, you know, creating things, not really online like I used to, here and there, but not as much as I used to because I'm working on some projects. So got things to do, y'all. Got things to do. But anyway, we are here today on the Keita J Reveal Show, and we got a few things that we're going to talk about. You see the topic. You see the topic, okay? But we're not going to get on the topic right now. So I posted a video, I want to say it was last week, and I said that I was going to tell you guys what I had gotten done. You know, I've been for the past, I want to say since like March, May, or something like that. I can't even keep up. I can't remember. But I've had Invisalign, right? So I've had, these are my Invisalign strips, the liners right now that I'm wearing. This is my last set. And I've been holding on to my last set. I got to put them in, pop them in, take them out, you know, all kinds of things like that. So I've been doing that, wearing my Invisalign, my last set. But then went to the dentist, you know, because I will say 2 of my teeth, I felt like they were still like baby teeth, you know. And my dentist was like, you know what, I'm going to work with you. I'm going to work with you because we got something that we can, you know, do to your teeth for people that have gaps in their teeth, that may have small teeth, and you need to lengthen them the size of, almost the size of all of them, because all of our teeth are kind of, they should be a little uneven, not all the same, but it appears when we smile, you know, they should line up or whatever. So what I did, I'm going to show you guys this clip. It's a small clip. I don't know if you want to pay attention or not, but I'm going to show you this small clip. It's maybe like 2 minutes or so about the procedure that I did get. So here we go. And it's called Bioclear. It's called Bioclear. So here we go.
On the mesials of the maxillary central incisors, using the Bioclear diastema closure matrix system. A small drop of water or astringent helps to keep the matrices stable during placement on the teeth.
Oh, Lord. No. So we can't be doing all this. There we go.
The wet tooth surface aids in insertion of the matrix and reduces gingival bleeding, especially if an astringent is used. The Bioclear matrices, because of their unique and patented root adaptation, become very stable without the use of a wedge. And in this case, there was no need to hold the matrices in place while rinsing off the etchant. Notice how the matrix is easy to keep in position, even without a wedge. The matrix is easily teased away from the tooth to allow insertion of etchant and restorative materials. It opens and shuts like a trap door. Once the small hip of flowable composite is placed and cured, I will place the wedge to help create strong separation for the teeth for a tight contact. Once again, I tease the matrix back to finish placing the composites for this 2-step staged wedging technique, which also utilizes the injection molding technique. I prefer to reach under the matrix to adapt the composite rather than pinching the matrix later during bite curing. The major goal of developing the Bioclear diastema closure matrix system was to reduce or eliminate interproximal finishing by creating ideal interproximal shapes. So I'm quickly finishing the facial area, which is much simpler than the old method for anterior composites, which required significant interproximal finishing. Now that we have the dedicated Bioclear diastema closure matrices, treatment of difficult midline diastemas can become predictable and enjoyable. They can even rival the aesthetics of porcelain veneers and surpass any other modality to generate a healthy, beautiful papilla.
Wow. So this is the procedure that I had done, and I will tell you, I like it. I like to see all of my teeth lined up. I always say as you get older, your teeth starts to, we get these crooked teeth, and I was looking at my teeth before I got Invisalign. I was like, oh no, I feel so good about myself. It makes you feel even better when you know that your teeth are aligned. They're not dark, you can see them. They're not cloudy, So I love the fact that my teeth, I can see my teeth, and my teeth are straight. See, you feel so good smiling. I know I do. I don't know about y'all, but I gotta have my mouth, I gotta have my skin, even body together. So that is one thing that I said is my goal, because I know even I've lost weight, which is good. I've never been as heavy as I was this year. So I've definitely worked on that. I don't eat chicken and beef and all that stuff, but I do eat potatoes. Like, that's my weakness. Potatoes are my weakness. So I know a lot of times I have to stay away from chips, eating it so much. I have to substitute those snacks for something else, and even cooking up the potatoes, because I like to cook my food. Today I had nachos, really good. I made some shrimp. Oh, if you can go on my stories and check it out on Instagram or Facebook. Anyway, yeah, I might post it on the Instagram feed, but I'll think about it. But anyway, today our topic is about don't wait on folks to help you, right? Do it yourself. A lot of us, and I'm just going to dig into this, and then I got a video that I'm going to share eventually. I'm going to share this video, and we are going to talk about this, because I do want to say, a lot of times we as individuals, and I know we all should work together, but does that happen? Hell no. We don't work together. A lot of us are afraid of someone getting ahead. We always talk about this. This is always a going topic. It's going to forever be a going topic, because I don't know what the issue is, but we as people, as humans, should be willing to give a helping hand. You can't help everybody, and I do understand that you cannot help everybody. And even though sometimes we have our differences, if we know that, and this is the topic of discussion, because it's like, you may have someone that you helped out, and okay, i.e., I can only speak for me, okay? And I've seen other people help folks out, but then it's like, sometimes when people get up higher than someone else, they end up not reaching back and pulling that person up. And sometimes we don't even know the full story. Maybe the person got up to another level and the person started to crap on them, because we do know that happens. People start thinking you're better than them. You think you're better than them. Not you saying you're acting like you're better, but sometimes we have to shed the pounds of the people that do us no justice. There's people around us. We just got to let go. I can tell you, being in friendships with people, I've heard stuff that people have said about me. I've had guys that I was talking to, that a guy told me another woman said something about me to them and told me, be careful. That's your friend? That's your friend? Be careful. Other women have said, be careful. That's so-called your friend? Be careful. So I'm just saying, look, it happens. It happens to us. We don't know who to trust. We don't know who we should pull up. We don't know who we can assist in the time, because when you start getting money and you start getting up there, leveling up, it's either going to go one or two ways. It's either you think you better than them and you ain't helping nobody out, or what's that other one? What's the other one? You just left them. You know what I'm saying? Or they done turned around and thought you, like I said, they put you on a higher pedestal than what you put yourself. You know, a lot of times, we're not. A lot of us are not trying to be. And I was listening to somebody the other day. This is humble yourself. You know, people tell you to humble yourself, and I kind of look at the definition like, okay, humble myself as if I'm humbling myself to say what? Let's see what this definition of humble really is, okay? Because somebody, they was like, hey, it's like you're beneath the person, right? You're actually beneath somebody. So we're gonna look today and we're gonna see what humble, the definition of humble, because a lot of times people tell us you need to humble yourself, okay? Okay, so, and this is us talking, right? This is us talking. So we're gonna go here. Let's see. This definition for humble yourself is. Let's see. So humble yourself is. All right, here we go. Where's my tab? Where's my tab? Okay, so we talking about humble yourself. Let's go. Come on. All right, hold on. Here we go. Here we go, y'all. Okay, so the definition means, and I just saw it. I just saw this definition. I just saw it. And I'm like, wait a minute, humble myself? Why do I have to humble myself? Why? Because, we say things that we truly don't know what the meaning of it is. You're saying something. Do we know truly what the meaning of it is? And sometimes we just got to go look and check to see if you're truly getting the definition. And I like to go to the etymology of things so that I can see what the definition meant before everybody start changing it, because we're still using those same definitions, changing it. You can't change the definition of something that what was. I don't understand that. How can you change the definition of what something already was? So let's see. All right, so we're gonna look. What we about to say, humble yourself means having or showing a modest or low esteem of one's own importance, right? So that is what people want us to do. They want us to show a modest or low esteem of one's own importance. So I have to lessen myself for you. This is what I have to do in order for you to see me for who I am. I have to lessen myself for you. Why should I have to do that? Why should anybody have to lessen who they are for you? So you have people that's out here doing their thing. They're being creative. They're in their spaces. They're doing business. They're doing whatever. But this is what we get. People want us to dumb ourselves down for them. You can't truly be who you are. You have to not show the human being that you are, that you truly are on planet Earth, in order for people to dig you. You can't have confidence in yourself. If you have too much confidence, people look at you a certain way. Who you think you are? You ain't gonna come in here running nothing. She need to be quiet. I see this so much, especially with women. I see this so much. It's ridiculous. Women can't be who they truly are. At least this in other people's eyes. In other people's eyes, we can't show who we truly are, because if we do, guess what? We're too much for people. We're entirely too much. You gotta. And Amanda Seales said, You got to give yourself in small doses. Now, I'm not going to talk about her because, you know, sometimes for some people are too much. You know, for yourself, you're just being who you know to be. You can't help it. And I try not to judge people. Look, I try to get along with everybody. But when people start showing me who they are, that's when I do a whole nother turn. I can't be around you if you're gonna be acting like that. If you're gonna be uppity, if you're gonna act like you entitled, you know, if you're gonna act like you're schooling because you went to a certain school that you're better than somebody, I can't be around you. That's just not who I am. And I'm not saying you can't associate yourself with people that's different from you. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I don't want to be around people like that. I don't want to be around some fake, phony folks or high entitled people. I don't want to be around you because I'm calm with nature and I'm great in my skin. So Keita J, you know, that's revealing some things about me. But getting back to what I was saying, this all ties in. People thinking you are more than what you are showing them. And this is all in their head. These are the thoughts that are in people's heads. I don't understand that. Okay. All right. So, you know, I don't get it, y'all. I don't get it. But anyway, don't wait for folks to help you, right? We can't wait for nobody to help us. If we wait for people to help us, we ain't gonna get nowhere. What you gonna get? I'm gonna show you guys a video that I was looking at. I think it was yesterday, and this is how I come up with my topics. Sometimes I just come across things, and it makes me wonder, like, what's truly going on? You know, what's the problem? You know, we got to get down to the nitty gritty of some things. You know, we got to fully approve the person that we are, especially before we get into these relationships, because people will run you ragged. People will run you ragged. You hear me? If you allow people to run you ragged, then that's going to happen. That's exactly what it's going to be. Okay, so all right, let's see. All right, so so getting into, I got too many things going on at one time, y'all. I'm trying to figure out this video. Oh, we got to definitely talk about this. I forgot already. I should have been talking about John Witherspoon, y'all. John Witherspoon. I didn't know him personally at all. I didn't know John personally, but I will say he would truly be missed. He would truly be missed. That was one funny brother right there. And you could tell he was just so sweet at heart. You know, he was a sweet person. And go back to one of my conversations with Mr. Jackson. Mr. Jackson actually met John Witherspoon. And you know, he was saying that John Witherspoon told him not to take photos for comedians for free. You know, this is a way that you can make money. And he was telling him, don't give your stuff away for free. Don't do that. Don't give your stuff away to people for free. And you know, I don't know if, you know, Mr. Jackson is still taking pictures for comedians for free. He probably is. I cannot say. I haven't talked to him, but you know, this is something that Witherspoon said, you're talented in this area. This is a way for you to make some extra money. I know sometimes, you know, when people are in spaces where they feel like they don't have to pay anybody because of who they are, you know, they'll tend to take advantage of that. And that's why I'm not always big on someone doing stuff for free, get something out of the deal that's going to benefit you. Because if you're not, most likely, and when I say get something out of the deal, get something out of the deal, like I said, that's going to benefit you in any in your situations. You think about where you are. If you think that you can manifest by working with someone, because I would say it's a partnership. You give something, they give something. So you got to look at it like we're both giving something to each other. You're doing work for someone. If you're doing an internship and you're not getting paid for it, you got to figure out, is this really truly going to benefit me? You know, if I go work for somebody else, can I take this experience with me to go work with somebody else? Stop saying working for people. We're working with. I had to take the for out, cross that out of my vocabulary, especially when I'm talking about me and someone else partnering up together. I like to say it's a partnership. It's not a you versus me type thing. It's a we. So we are working together on this. So if you can benefit from someone doing something, that's lovely. You know, that's a lovely thing. If you can definitely benefit from someone doing something. So anyway, we're getting ready to pull up this video so we can discuss. And I don't know, we might get blocked on YouTube because this video is going to go on YouTube, but I can always chop this video up, you know, and work from there. So anyway, going back to what I was saying, doing things for people instead of with people. You know, that's what we need to work on. That's what we need to do. We need to be doing it with, not for. Okay. So I think we good now. I'm back.
Yeah, I need a job.
So here we go. So this is where my topic came from right here. Right here. And we're gonna watch the whole video. And then, you know, my people like to hit me up on a website sometimes. Sometimes they like to hit me up on my email. Here and there, I may get people, you know, we may have a conversation going back and forth. But you can, even on YouTube, sometimes I have a conversation, on YouTube. And, you know, we discuss that. But anyway, here's the video. And I want you guys to hear what I'm hearing. You know, I'm not a negative Nancy. I just like to have a discussion about things because I feel like we can all converse about something. It's not always about us being shady as individuals, because sometimes it's just not a mutual understanding on things. And I'm just going to talk about this because this is something that happens to a lot of us. You know, we tend to think that people are supposed to just throw their red carpet out and we're supposed to walk on it. You know, I just don't know why that is. You know, you're supposed to roll your red carpet out to somebody when we already have in our mind, if they're not already doing it, they're not going to do it. Anyway, here's the video.
I need to win. I feel like, you know, with all the respect and the love, I'm the last person in my group to not make it. I'm still out here grinding. I'm still out here doing $100 gigs. I'm still out here booking my own shit or whatever. And I just feel like I just need somebody to open the door. I just need an opportunity. I just need a win. And I think part of the problem is people don't think that I need anything because I don't present myself that way. I present myself like I'm working, I got it going on, or I'm always creating this and that. So I don't think people think I need help. And even when I call them, they just like, for real, Hope, you need this, or you need an agent, you need a manager, you know. And oh yeah, all these years in my career, I haven't had those things. I haven't had that level of success. Now, I will go back Because I know the question will be, why haven't you had that level of success, Hope? Is it your mouth or whatever? Well, my mouth is no worse, or my platform or my mouthpiece on what I stand for is no different than Monique's, is no different than Cheryl Underwood's or any of those people or whatever. But I've also been a single mom, and I had to raise my son. And so there was only so much I could do. So many times I could go on the road because I didn't have anybody really to help me with him. So I could go on the road for about 5 or 6 days, and then I would have to come home because he would start acting up in school, because kids fear abandonment. And so he would start acting up in school, and I didn't leave him with different people. My mom didn't want me to be a comedian, so she would only babysit him a little while. Then she like, "Nee, come on, get your baby," and everything. And so I could only go for so long, and I had to come home. So I couldn't be out there like a lot of other women, even like with Lunel, she had a baby daddy who was also a comedian, but he kind of got out the business, and he was like, "I will take, the baby while you go and try to make it." And so I never had that support system in place to do that. And then I took myself out the game for about 7 years when I moved to Dallas to do radio. And I got into radio, and I felt like, oh, I am born to do radio. Yeah. Because I was so good at it. We took the station from a .09 to a 2.4 in less than 2 years. That's unheard of.
You said, just to kind of put context in it, you said you're the only one that didn't make it out your group. Like, what's the group? Just
my group of comedians that I came up with the Cheryls, the Earthquakes, the Arnezes, the Arnez Jays, the the DLs, everybody the Moniques. I've worked with all of these people, and I was ahead of them in a sense.
Okay.
And then I took myself out the game when I moved to Texas. I was there 7 years, even though we were on the radio for 3. I got married. I wanted to be normal and live a normal life. And my ex-husband was so insecure about a lot of things and stuff. And I wanted to have my marriage. And so I kind of I stayed there too long. After the radio was over, I should have came back to LA. 7 years is a long time to be out the business.
In entertainment, it's
a long time.
A lot can happen.
And so everybody that I was ahead of went ahead of me. The Melanie Camachos and the Lunels. Lunel wasn't even living here. She was in Oakland, whatever at the time. So all those people went ahead of me. And so now coming back 7 years and having to really start all over. But as I was going to the clubs, the promoters changed, the producers changed. And so I basically and the comedians had changed. Right. It was a whole new crop of young comics. Some knew who I was, some didn't. Some didn't know if I had it still or not. And so I had to start proving myself. And so when I would go out to the clubs and they would put me on first, they were like, why did we do that? Whatever. And they realized I wasn't new to this game. I was true to this game.
For sure.
And everything. And so I had to start all over. And God told me that. He said, they're not going to like you being back. It's going to be a fight. You got to get in this fight. And they're going to block you.
Okay. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about what, her, Hope Flood. I can't even get her name out, but Hope Flood. So I'm gonna leave it right there because I think the gist of the conversation and what we're gonna go into was all that needed to be said by her right there, right? I'm gonna go here because I have found that by doing some of the business that I do, you find that people are not open for new things. Some people will feel like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But actually, a lot of times it is broke. It's broke, and it needs to be fixed. You have, and I've heard this. I've heard this from people. I dated a guy. Well, was in a relationship with a guy that was a comedian, right? I did shows. Okay, I don't want to keep harping on the shows, but this is only to get my point across. I was coming in with ideas because I'm like, look, this is my show. I'm putting my money on there. If you want to add to it, then that's fine. You can add to the show. You can add. I'm not against someone bringing ideas, because this was like my first time doing something like that. Now, my cousin at the time, he was throwing uh parties, not real big parties, but he was throwing like cookouts and stuff, and he was getting a lot of people to come out. So I said, you know what, come on, let's join the party. I want all of us, all three of us, to come together and let's figure out how we're going to do these shows. Well, eventually my cousin backed out of the show, right? He was so concerned about me getting a home, and that's another story. But anyway, you're so concerned. At one point, you wasn't even answering your phone, and I had to take it upon myself, because at that time I was, just coming from leaving my job, trying to figure things out, how to set up, ways for me to make money. So I figured, okay, well, I got this guy, I'm dealing with, he's a comedian. Let's, you said some things about the business, but let's go. Instagram was out. I studied the business, because I feel like anytime you go into something, you want to at least study. And when I say study, you're going into it like you're not blinded by what could happen. You're not blinded. You're hearing stories. So talking to people, finding information out, looking at stuff online, seeing what people are doing, so you get into the arena of what it is that you truly are trying to do. You have to get in that arena. People can tell you all day, if you're doing something for, I'm using this as an example, if you're doing comedy for a month or 2 months, you're not a comedian. If you got it in your mind that you are, you are. You don't let people tell you what you are and what you are not. If you start a job and you are given a title for that job, you are that title. You are coming in as that title. So we got to stop allowing people to tell us, one, who we are. Okay, only we know who we are. We know where our vision is. This is where I'm going. So Hope said she was in the business, of course, and I've met her. I've met Hope. She's come here to do some shows, live shows and everything with some folks. And she brought a team of women with her. I think it was maybe like 3 women when she came to do a show. So she's been traveling. She's had her business. I don't know if she still has her business, but she's reaching out. At the end, I didn't play that, but she starts to tear up because she's like, nobody's reaching for her. But my thing was, nobody's reaching for you. You have the opportunity to get online. You can use your camera phone. You can do what I'm doing right now. If people see you and they know who you are, a lot of times people are going to jump on it anyway. And it really depends on what you're talking about. You already know you have an advantage in the business because you know people. You're in California. You can get folks on your show. You can start a show. If you got a house in your basement, there's so many things that people can do. This is personally, I feel like, and this is her story. This is something that she's going through. I may not know fully what's going on, and I'm just insinuating. But I will say, from her story, I feel like I understand there's nuances that comes with the story, okay? But getting away from all of that and starting something, you have an advantage. You have an advantage. You know some people. You know people, like you just said, DL, you got Melanie Camacho. And from my understanding, Melanie Camacho is not doing as well. I'm not going to say she's not doing as well, but she wants to do better too. She said Martin Lawrence was the one that helped her out, to help her get on shows. A lot of people aren't checking for her either, and this was Melanie Camacho saying this way before this show, before this show aired with Hope Flood. So Hope is saying, no one is checking for me. Check for yourself. Check for yourself. We got to stop sitting around waiting on people to like I said, reach and grab us. You have so many people that have started their own business out of their own room. Like I'm in my office space. You have people that picked up. As a matter of fact, I will talk about Joe Rogan. I watch Joe Rogan, his story. He talks about it here and there. He started podcasting in, I want to say, 05 or something. He was with a group of guys. They didn't know what they were doing. They just started on Ustream when Ustream was popping. Ustream was popping. You know, he said, you know, he picked up his laptop and started, you know, running his camera from that. When he saw that he liked what he was doing, he's, you know, hooked up to Ustream. The two guys, they end up hooking up with him. You know, they start doing a podcast. Hey, what's happening, Key? How you doing, quick? So they started doing a podcast, and as they started doing their podcast, you know, it started to grow on Ustream. Then when YouTube was available, he moved to YouTube some years later. This is how he ended up popping. Okay, we don't just start popping out, you know, just out of the sky. Like Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs, you know, we ain't just popping like that, just from nowhere. We start popping when people are in tune to what we're doing. So you got to get your feet wet. And the things that I do, I'm always trying different avenues. I'm always, you know, trying to figure out what can I do next, because I'm not solely a person that's sold on having a job. I want to do creative things in my life, which I am doing. You know, at my age, 40 something, back in the day, people would look at a 40 something year old like this old person, but people still look at you like that. I don't care if you're looking at me or not. I'm viewing myself in another light. I will never allow age to stop me unless I'm like in my 90s. You got 90-year-old people that's even working. Look at what's her name? The actress. Oh, her name is. It's gonna come. It's gonna come to me. But she's in her 90s. She's still working. You got people that's still working. You are only what you allow people to view you as. You have to be what you feel that you are. You have to love. And I'm taking that back full circle to what I was just talking about. Who you feel you are. Stop letting people dissect who you are. We shouldn't do that. We shouldn't allow people in our space that much. People got negative things to say about you. Poof, be gone. That's how I am. Poof, be gone. Because I don't need you in my life. I'm trying to imagine things, envision things, and move towards those things. I have goals. I'm not going to let someone stop me, from the things that I am doing, the things that I'm here for. My purpose. You know, I'm not waiting on people hand and foot to a manager, an agent. What? Why are we waiting on managers and agents? You can get you an assistant. You get your own manager. You can have an assistant. Sometimes people are willing to do internships. Puppy was just talking about this on Revolt. He said you can get people to work for you. Sometimes people are feeling good about just eating. You know what I'm saying? You can buy somebody some food. If you could pay a light bill for somebody, you never know what the need is if you don't ask. You have Craigslist. We ain't gonna talk about, you know, I know some of these websites, you got to be careful of the people. You got to be careful of people, period. You know what I'm saying? We don't know, even the friends that we think we have. We have to be careful for those folks because everybody's not your friend. My god sister told me one day, she said, my mother told me people always come for something. People come for something. Not everybody, but majority of the folks out here on planet Earth come for something. And I'm just going to be honest. And I say, you know what? That's for showing up true. Because people sure do. When they figure you got enough followers, you ask somebody to do something when you don't have a lot of followers. You see in this lifetime now, in this dimension, the dimension that people are in, this selfish one, ask somebody You want to do an interview with me? You want to have a conversation? I bet some people would turn their daggone head. Like, they probably won't even respond. They'll take their time responding. Because folks ain't checking for you when they figure you not on top. That's how it is. But you got to show them. Sometimes you just want to be like, you know what? I want to prove to this MF that I'm on top. And you just go in the direction that you need to go in. You write your goals down, check, check, check. You just check off on everything. You write your goals down and you keep going. Stop waiting on people. People are not going to be there for you. Select few. And that's very hard to come by. That is very hard to come by. I know. I've endured some things myself. I know. When you popping, everybody reaching out to you. They want, can you? Can you? And you like, no. That feels so good. And then you think you like that. Telling you, when I was doing my shows, and I'm getting ready to do some more. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for the right moment to do those things. But when I had my shows, reaching out to people, I wasn't paying them a lot of money. I probably paid the headliner to do a show. The most I paid the headliner was $200 to do and I will say this: headliners are supposed to bring people out. From my understanding of a headliner. Now you want to go look at definitions of stuff. You look at, from what I was told from some big wigs, they say, oh no, anytime we do a show, and not just comedy headliners, I'm talking about people that headline, period. Because you have headliners on a lot of different shows. You got rapper headliners, you got headliners. People are supposed to be, those are supposed to be folks that can fill seats, okay? So when you have, I hear a lot of arguments going on about, and I get so sick and tired of hearing these things because, like I said, we are living in the selfish society. This is selfish dimension. This is the dimension of selfishness right now. And you have people that will, it's just sad. You have people out here that's just not for you. They just not for you. But if you got a lot of followers, they for you. If you don't have a lot of followers, they ain't checking for you. Folks ain't checking for you like that. I'm being real. This is the Keita J Reveal show, y'all. We revealing some things on this show. Look, we ain't got to talk about nobody's exes, nobody's men, women, none of that stuff. But we're revealing business stuff. This is going to be business, how folks are, how the things you got to deal with to build businesses. You're going to have to go through a lot of different alleys, okay, to try to get through to that other dimension where you need to be. Because you living in the selfish dimension, but you got to push yourself out to another dimension where there's more caring people. And the only way you gonna do that is if you start acting like that. Now, everybody that puts out information about people not checking for me, I'm not doing this and I'm not doing that. Sometimes it's something you could be doing wrong. You're not looking for the people that's checking for you. You're not out here screening folks. Create your own, and I don't want to say click, because I hate clicks. I don't, and I know hate is a harsh word, but I hate clicks. I can't stand seeing people in cliques. We do it in our ethnicity. Everybody's the Asians over there, the blacks over here, and everybody just. This is who we comfortable with. Some of us never get outside of that community or culture and check for other people. Sometimes you got some folks in other communities that's willing and able. You know, we get upset about, oh, you know, I don't want to go over here or I don't want to go over there. But sometimes those be the people that's checking for you. Because sometimes your own people not checking for you. So you got to create your own arena of folks. You waiting for DL and Jamie Foxx and all of them to come and get you and rescue you. That may not happen. And here's another thing. Maybe these folks don't know that you need their help. If you're not starting a conversation about it, maybe that's the reason why they don't know. We got to be open for discussion. You know, people would tell you, don't go meet with somebody or you cancel. You meet with who you want to meet with, because that meeting may do you some justice. While they still sitting over there waiting for somebody to come, thinking they're going to be a leader or whatever, you got to be your own leader. You got to lead yourself. You can't wait for other people to lead you. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen the way you want it to happen anyway. So I'm just saying, look, that's my topic right there. That's all I can say about this subject. You know, you definitely got people out here that could be checking for you, but it may not be the people that you want to check for you. So you might need to put an ad in the paper. You might need to go to a college and put some posters up on the wall or the bulletin board or whatever, because they still have bulletin boards. I remember they got bulletin boards. You may have to figure out a way. There's so many. You can do a meetup. You can do a meetup. You never know. We gotta attract what they say, like attracts like. We got to attract the people that are into the things similar that we're into. That's when folks checking for you. You know, we when people get up on the we put them on a pedestal sometimes. And that's our doing, our doing. We put them on pedestals, you know, and we, by us putting them on a pedestal, we make them bigger than what they actually are. And we have to think about that as people. We do this, not me. I'm saying we, because, you know, I don't put nobody above me. I just don't. Even when having a job, you know, I should be able to talk to you the way that I talk to somebody, as long as it's respectful. We should respect one another in conversation. It shouldn't be you yelling at somebody because they ain't do something. You grown. No. Anyway, back to like I said, don't wait on no one. There's always a way to start. Like I said, Hope already had and she already was out there. She knows people. I don't know if she's scarred from the situations that happen. Maybe nobody's checking for her, but whatever. It's tug of war with her and some of these people. You took time out for yourself and got married, and you know your husband was insecure, and now you know you're trying to find yourself, because like I said, women and men are still trying to find themselves at older ages. We're not just trying to find ourselves in our 20s, in our 30s. Our lives change so much. We change so much. You know, the identity of us changed so much that we don't know what's next. So we got to figure it out. We got to, you know, align some things on paper, writing it down. Like I said, goals, writing things down, being creative to ourselves, you know, opening our brain up. Last week we talked about, was it last week or week before? I can't even remember. But last week we was talking to Kivian. I have to get his name right. I want to say Kivian so bad. But Kivian, you know, talking about getting your mind together. I already know some of these things. It's not that I can't be taught, but I like to bring like attracts like. You know what I'm saying? The things that Kivian is doing, I'm into some of those things. Probably not as heavy as him, but I'm into it. Get out here, sun gaze, you know, open your mind up to different things. Be more creative. Stop following the crowd and stand outside the crowd. Let the crowd go. Be by yourself. A lot of times you can get your mind together and figure things out more when you're not with everybody. And that's how I operate. I'm a loner. I don't have to be with people. As a matter of fact, sometimes I don't like people. I don't like being around a lot of people. I have my moments. I'm a go-getter. I'm a team player, but I find that everybody's not that way. So I can't be with a lot of people that are not like that. I'm not a shysty person. I can't be fake. I'm just as real as they come. Always have been, always will be. So, that is the Keita J Reveal Show. Go out here and get it. Go out here and get it.